It's the day after the Grand Emporium event last night. So,
pure love, the power and the glory.
respect.
Yes, I.
Respect.
Alright.
This is just real short. I don't want to take too much of your time. Just wanted to ask you about being original, because being an originator as an artist and a musician. If you maybe speak on that, because you've got some history in the music business, but also sort of as a spiritual performer and a modern day prophet.
All right. Music is a language that carry no barriers, right? Music is a unity that I see is one of the only things that can bring people together, right? No race, no class, no creed, no color. Music, people. Well, I'd say like in the 70s when there was a lot of turmoils, people not wanting to deal good with each other. You know, discrimination against Rasta. That was when I developed, you know, and trying to show people that we're people. Try and come together, because my journey, what I would like to see in this life is to bring about the unification of mankind. The music goes on, Bob Marley developing the music, and like I think after they killed Bob Marley, within the 80s, like CIA say that reggae music come to upset Western culture. Then, all of a sudden you see a lot of artists coming with slackness, disrespecting women, saying derogatory things that's not good for the listening of children, because, you know, it's unruliness. Some guys talk gun singings and ignorance, in other words. So like, you know, like from mid-80s, they start to promote the type of music that doesn't make sense to the upliftment and the upcoming of our children, you know. So that is where we had today, violence and ignorance, you know. Instead of a youth would look up to one of his nicest singer for guidance. So they think that he's famous, he's a star, so whatever he says goes.
Right.
Because they don't know better. So it breaks down to who know better, do better. So you find the music take a change, you know. When they say dancehall, I think big youth music is dancehall because we learned that from on the street. You understand?
Yes.
What they call the ghetto, well, I don't even call that ghetto because the world is a ghetto, you understand? Anywhere that you think people live, it's a ghetto. So, you find they come up with all these dancehall crap, what I call it, and then big companies, they sign some of these guys, try to lead them in a hip-hop direction, you know? I mean, hip-hop artists, they are great. Some of them have meaning, because a song without meaning to me is just a song, not at all, you know?
Right. Yeah, I see the similar thing, because I kind of followed, you know, when I was growing up, I followed not only reggae, but punk rock, so many different kinds of music, but I really look at hip-hop as almost, I see it being so much younger than reggae music, you know? Reggae's been going on since the 60s, and before that, coming from, you know, African music and many different things.
Well, you know, I've seen hip hop in almost the same way. The only difference is words. You understand? Because what you highlight, you know, because like I said, we have enough problem in this world. You understand? So if the Almighty give us great voices and have people to come out there and listen to us and say, Ray Ray, well, use your good voices to teach the people to say good and do good, you know, live right. So hip-hop is not young. Hip-hop is like back in 1971, 72 when I was chanting S90 Skank, ride like lightning or you crash like thunder, and if you talk like that, if you say so, I think we was rapping. So they adapt our thing. In many cases, they try to keep us in the back and push the people that's not saying something. You never see one of these stars last for too long.
Right. What about like for me, like people that like if I think of artists that I really respect a lot, there's so many in reggae music. But like you said, like with hip hop, the people that get pushed is like Tupac, Biggie, Snoop Doggy Dogg, people like that, and they have so much talent and vision, but I think they get caught up in the musical games and in the Babylon and stuff.
You see what's really happening? Why they came out so big? Because they say great things that have meaning to the environments that they are living in.
Right.
You understand? People in other words, like if we don't have enough teachers. See? Tupac and Biggie and all of them. Because if you check on Tupac and Biggie, it's two great artists. But they have control and their generation so strong that they could say something wrong and they say something right too. So when they do say something right, it may seem hostile against the system. So the system have other forces that have to move them.
Right.
Because the system don't want the people to live in harmony.
Right.
I wouldn't say peace, because peace is a fraction, you know. You want the fullness. They don't want the people to have that fullness for people to learn to respect each other. So if they give these great artists that power, you know, even the people that is promoting and producing them, maybe there's a force behind those people why they want to push certain kind of things, because they distract the kids, they distract people, they make people with a conscious mind don't want to hear that.
Sort of that divide and conquer mentality, instead of bringing people together, which to me, like, that's the main force in reggae.
I'm sorry, yeah?
It seems to me like the main force in reggae is it brings people from different situations, third world, first world, whatever, the whole world together. And it is, like you said earlier, it crosses every racial barrier, every political barrier,
every language, everywhere.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, music have no language. You understand? Because if you speak French, you could play a record over and over, and you could be singing, even if you don't understand until you get the chance to know what you're saying. You know, because I've been in Germany, France, Italy, I've been to Japan, England, you know, Africa, people of all different language, and I would be surprised to hear them singing the song while I'm on stage. I say, wow. So, you know, give me a joy.
Beautiful.
Yeah?
It's beautiful.
But the musical industry need to wake up, man. The singers need to wake up, you know. Cause some beat is satanic, you know. Some beat is devil thinking. So they use it to keep the people away. So you don't understand when they're sending what you call planes and bombs to Iraq or wherever, you know?
Right. And
decide who say, and you do as I say but not what I do. We're just living in a strange world, B, and all I can tell the youths, think conscious. Think for the people that are around you. Think about togetherness. You know? Know that we have one love in this life. And if we break that barrier, we have no problems. Because we're making a problem, I don't know what problem they're going to make while the people are together, because the voice of the people is the voice of Jah, you know.
Do you have anything you'd like to say to maybe young American people growing up, as far as being an artist who's traveled all over the world and seen every kind of culture and every kind of people, every kind of language?
All I can tell the people is come together, you know, learn to respect each other, you know. Even if you don't think that you respect something, give a listen. Because maybe at the end of the day, you might go in the right direction. You know, too, you can be listening to something and you're going wrong, but here we are to know what's right from what's wrong. And each one teach one, so that message will have to reach one.
Right. Anything else you want to say?
And we can tell the youths them, stay from gun, stay from drugs. Because it's hurting us, you know. There are too many kids without dads today. So please, please, we're asking for unity. In this life and in the music. And all you great singers out there, think of the truth and tell the people the truth.
Right.
One love, one heart. Yes,
Say that.
I
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.